Say, have you heard of this show called Harvey Beaks? There was this guy who said he'd review it like over a year ago, but then he went away. What's up with YouTubers anyway? Slim chance, but perhaps Harvey will have the answers. They did an episode about YouTubers in 2016 called Kathy with a K.
Oh, hey guys, it's me, Kathy with a K.
You know, even though this show looks like a very timeless, evergreen thing like Hey Arnold in the Woods, it's still a product of its time whenever it goes into technology and the internet. That's the case with any TV show, however. All TV show episodes about the internet are Schrodinger's cats. They're simultaneously cringe and brilliant. Then when you actually see them, they're dead. There's things about this episode that are a little naive and poorly aged, but the good far outweighs any bad. The first thing you see is one of Kathy's videos where she talks about leaves she likes.
So it's a really cool leaf. It's got some crinkles. I don't know if you can see that, but probably my current favorite leaf.
This is a good place to be, expressing her interests in a healthy manner. Harvey is her #1 fan and seemingly her only fan.
It's only been viewed 4 times? Wait, it's dropping? How is that even?
The good old days when tech companies fought bot accounts instead of churning them out. So Harvey shares Kathy's videos with his friends, but that still isn't enough to send her to the levels of popularity he wants. So he goes to Chris and Trev, these trend-chasing influencers who seem to be the biggest e-celebs in Littlebark. They love Kathy and bring attention to her channel, and she becomes a superstar. And she hates it. I've been around the block. I know there's so many ways being an online creator can go wrong. You could get hated just for having quirks you can't help. People could see you as a joke they can exploit for their own entertainment. They could love you, then come to hate you after a wave of controversy. You could be beloved, and that'll be enough to create a counter-movement of people who won't. The fame could go to your head and corrupt your sense of right and wrong. So what happens to Kathy? None of this. She just doesn't like being an e-celeb. And it's like, yeah, some people just don't have the personality type to cope with all this. Kathy is used to being unpopular. There's a funny sequence where they put her in earlier Harvey Beaks episodes to show that she is one of the kids, and she's just happy to be there. Her biggest problem with the newfound fame isn't having a huge spotlight shone on her though. It's having swaths of fans who don't care about leaves as much as she does.
I'm such a huge fan of your videos.
Oh, when did you get into leaves?
Oh, I don't really care about that. I just want a picture with you.
And this is a bit heartbreaking. Social media is a culture that encourages narcissism and being all ego. Shy, humble users can only find a home in small, specialized communities. And this isn't a small, specialized community, it's turned into a spectacle. So Kathy leaves her own LeafCon and is shown struggling to rekindle her enthusiasm for her interest. And this is the part that hit me hard. This should all be about what you have to share with the world, especially if it started out that way, not a numbers game or chance to be trendy. Do it as long as it's fun is at least my mantra for hobbies such as this. But with some help from Harvey, it is able to be fun again for Kathy. And look who showed up to the song and dance. Chris and Trev, who may be large personalities with a channel that is just easy content, but they aren't heartless. They know they messed up with Kathy by turning her into a brand, and are making up for that. We also see Peri Peri and Kratz, who are among her genuine fans who share her interest in leaves. Peri Peri will like anything, and Kratz ends up taking an extra interest in her that will be brought up again in a later episode. But that was Kathy with a K, my favorite episode of Harvey Beaks. I guess the ranking list in my next video has one less surprise in it, but that's fine. Not only is it funny and sweet and feel good and has a lot of neat character moments like most of Harvey Beaks, it's got a message that's just as useful for adults as it is for children. Kathy is supposed to be a kid, kids will be able to use the internet, but adults are more often than not the managers of their own YouTube channels and social media pages, and they need to take care of their health and watch their behavior. It's tough, but doable. Speaking personally, I felt swamped by all the videos I promised to make, so after these next 3 series reviews, I'll grind production of those to a crawl and focus on talking about shows I already know and love. I want to return to the point of this channel. YouTube is a draining experience the longer you do it, so it's vital to take a step back and take time to rekindle your drive. Thanks, Harvey.